Hi, everybody. It's Miss Karis, and today I have another food for thought for you.
This is a big one.
And this one cannot be completely covered in a 3 to 4 minute video. So remember, these are just little nibbles, and they can turn into much bigger videos. Body issues in dance. Right? This is super hot topic right now. All over the place on podcasts and Dance Magazine and even New York Times. There's all kinds of articles on people talking about body issues in dance. Everybody wants to be more inclusive. We all want to be seen as being woke, not doing stereotypes. And so you have an art form, right? Dance is an art form, and your artwork is dependent upon the dancers, how they look, how they present the choreography, which is the artwork, right? And so we have some choreographers that want dancers to look and be a specific way. And then we have some choreographers that say, you know what? As long as you can dance, there shouldn't be any body requirements, right? What have you guys experienced with this? Now, obviously, one of the biggest things that comes to mind is people wanting dancers to be too skinny, right? We look at ballerinas, professional ballerinas, and how thin they can get, and how dangerous it is to be underweight and unhealthy weight, right? We're athletes, so we need to have healthy bodies. And so, of course, the stereotype is that all dancers need to be tall and lean, right? And girls who are more of an average weight or bigger than that are not getting hired. Excellent dancers as they may be, wonderful performers, not getting hired simply because of how they look. Have you guys experienced this? I can remember growing up in, at my studio, throughout my career, and even, when I was young, 13, 14, there was an enormous amount of pressure, younger than that, 10. I think I remember starting to worry about my weight when I was 9. I think 9 or 10 is when I was really paying attention to my weight and starting to think about dieting. And yes, it was all because of dance. Absolutely. And I had eating issues throughout, my teenage years. I yo-yoed, from being kind of, healthy-ish looking to being extremely too thin, to where my size zeros were falling off of me and being held up by my hip bones, and I think here's how I come at this. Dancers, anybody needs to be at a healthy weight for their height. Healthy weight for their height and body type. And not everybody is meant to be thin. And not everybody can go on these crazy diets and lose weight, nor should they. Okay? If you are at a healthy enough weight for your body type, for your height, and you can move well, you can perform, you can do the choreography, I don't see why you should not be able to be a part of a dance or a company or a production, right? As long as you can do the moves, right, and perform, what the choreographer is asking you to do your job, do what you were hired to do. Anybody and everybody should be able to do it. And anybody and everybody should be able to learn to dance, right? Everybody. Now, where does this, where's the but, right? Because there's a but coming. For me, there is a but. If you think about the fact, again, that we said dance is an art form, sometimes people are trying to send a message with dance. Sometimes they're trying to take us back to a place in history with dance. Or there's something political they want to say. They want to make a statement. Or they have a certain look in mind and they can't convey that look with certain dancers. It's an art form. You know, you're not going to hire adults to play the orphans in Annie. It doesn't make sense. We can't say anybody who can dance can be an orphan in Annie. No, it doesn't really make sense. You know, the orphans ranged in age, but you're going to be picking kids. I think there is a point where you have to really think about, if I'm trying to give a certain look, I would need dancers of a certain height or a certain type to convey my artistic expression. It doesn't mean that I can't use you in a different piece, but maybe you're not right for this piece because I need to do something that took place in a certain part of the world where your look wasn't really there. Or I'm telling a story of something that happened in history and I'm trying to be accurate. And so I need dancers that look like this or whatever. I think that's a good enough reason. I think that's a legitimate reason for not hiring somebody to do the job. It doesn't mean that you're ugly or that they, you know, it doesn't mean anything. And I think also people can sometimes get into their heads, you know, typecasting, right? And you go in and they just look at you and they don't let you dance. And that's it. You're cut based on your look. And you think, oh, I'm ugly, I'm overweight, I don't have a dancer's body, I'm not toned enough, my legs aren't long enough, my waist isn't. Who knows? But that's you running in your mind, right? The director didn't say any of that, maybe. If he did, well, he's a jerk. But, you know, they just said, I'm sorry, but, you know, I need a blonde for this scene because whatever. I think they're allowed to do that. It's their artistic expression. What are your thoughts on this? How do you think about all of this? I would really love to know because this is such a hot topic. So if you've made it to the end, thank you so much. And again, please let me know so we can do a much bigger video and maybe I can go live with this one day. That would be great. So please like and subscribe and I will see you guys next time.